Hello everybody and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Last episode was kind of our pilot episode where we just kind of got everything started. This episode, we're going to kill Vordt and I'm going to try to make it all the way to Curse Rotted Greatwood, but I don't know how that's going to go. Now one thing, if you drop off here, sometimes this guy with the great axe will run up the stairs. Like he'll just keep going. Sometimes he'll sprint up it, sometimes he'll just walk up it. But we got the bad scenario where he gets pissed. So we wait for him to get to the top of the stairs. Let's try to bring him, like, here. Where even are you? Come on, dude. Because we don't want him to drop on the lift after us. Alright. This is the way it's gotta be, buddy. Drop a great axe. Ah, Titanite shard. We'll still take it. I didn't mean to emote. Now, one thing I forgot to do is to upgrade the broadsword. Typically, you're going to come into Vordt with a +2, maybe 3 weapon. Vordt is easy. I'm pretty confident in my ability to kind of kick his ass. We're going to run past most of the enemies here because we've already fought them. Drop down here for a shortcut down to Vordt. Smack that fucker. Titanite shard, sweet. So, now up there's a whole bunch of Lothric Knights who we're not going to go fight yet. Am I being followed by you? No. These guys here, who we are going to go ahead and kill. Just so that they don't swing at me, because they're kind of little fuckers. Come on. Come on. Now, as you can see, if you're embered, you can summon the Swordmaster. If you killed him, or Swordsman, whatever you want to call him. We're not going to be summoning for any of the bosses in this, except for Frida and, who's the other boss I usually summon for? It's usually only Frida, actually, now that I say it. We're probably only going to summon for Frida. So, for Vordt, what you want to do, you don't have to do it, it's what I'm going to do. If you equipped a lightning resin and a green blossom, you will turn Vordt into an absolute joke. He is a very cool boss, and he has probably one of the best pieces of music from the Souls games. So once you start walking up to this here, put this on. I activated that super early. That's right, it's when you interact with a wall. Yeah, man, I did that stupid early. Alright. So now Vordt has a lot of front-facing attacks, as you can see. However, you can trivialize him by staying under him. So just get under him and pretty much stamina dump. Mostly stick to his back right leg. If you can get behind him too, that also works. Once he screams, he's going to start dashing around like a madman. And I put myself in a terrible position for these dashes. That's his ice breath. Yeah, Vordt's easy. Very easy boss. Just stay under and slash behind him. I didn't really even fight him long enough for people to listen to the music. But if you like any Dark Souls music, go listen to Vordt's theme. It's very, very good. Alright, so now we're going to run back. And we're going to go up to those Lothric Knights, because we have some stuff to collect. I can also get rid of these. I didn't have to use the lightning, or the gold pine resin, whatever you want to call it. But I figured I might as well. Now, as you saw, there are Lothric Knights. Are they chasing me? No, there's another one here. These are one of the few enemies you actually want to dodge to the left, because as you can see, that will allow me to go ahead and get a backstab. And I messed up the timing for that a charge attack. Take that, fucker. Alright, Lucerne. Lucerne is a pretty solid, it's a strength dex weapon, if I remember correctly. It's like a polearm spear. I think how do I word this? It's like polearm spear hammer thing. Alright, now we're just gonna run into here. We're not gonna fight those knights, we don't really need to. Now, this area looks like a boss arena. Don't worry, it isn't. Except it is. We are gonna talk to this lady here.
Ah, the wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will not find the Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their churning homes converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed. This farewell gift is for you. It is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers, then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits.
Okay, there we go. My mute button on this mic is so weird. Like, sometimes it activates twice. So, she gives us the wave every time. Every time I accidentally emote. She gives us access to the wave blue covenant, who we might as well equip, seeing as we don't have another covenant. Covenants are mostly for PvP. I know Dark Souls 2 covenants can actually have a pretty big role in your playthrough, but Dark Souls 3 it doesn't really matter that much. We don't need equipped any rings or any items. So, she gives us the banner to proceed. If you have to talk to her. I'm fumbling my words a little bit. You absolutely have to talk to her, otherwise you cannot proceed. There aren't any fancy speedrunning techniques to get around that. So now we have a blue-caped Lothric Knight. Or some people call him like an elite knight. This guy is mean. I missed the backstab. So as you can see, it takes 2 hits to poise break him as compared to the other ones taking 1. He will also use... Ooh. He will also use a certain resin to inflict, I believe it's magic damage, I want to say. Which he's doing right now. You can stun him out of it, but it isn't the easiest thing in the world. As you can see, he's dealing a hell of a lot more damage now. Fucker. God damn, he is cooking me right now. There's our first death. Yeah, you and your beady red eyes, little fucker. There's our first death, man. I was really not accounting on our first death being that early. Goddamn. So, now you can see that I've died. I am no longer embered. We aren't going to activate an ember right away. I don't really see much point in doing so. We're just going to run back up to this guy, because now I have something to prove. Uh-oh. When he does that, yeah. Fuck! Really? He's gonna cook me twice? While I'm embered? God damn, I'm rusty. Okay. Wow. Jesus Christ, did that unnumbered there too. I don't even know what to say other than shit. I can't believe I died. I've wasted 3 embers just for that. So anyway, he drops a refined gem, which we're not gonna need. What infusion is refined again? I forget what refined infusion is, if I'm being honest. If you couldn't tell, it's been a hot minute since I've played this, seeing as I just suffered 3 deaths to a little bit more, not necessarily advanced enemy, but not mini boss. So, now, we get to see everywhere that we're going to be going. Ignore the raised banner for now. We will be going pretty much everywhere here that you see. Right there where my head is, that is where the Abyss Watchers are, where we're going to fight them. There is the Ferrum Swamp. Over there is that Earthil or is that Archdragon? Over there is, I believe that's Archdragon Peak, right, because Earthil is there. There is that Cathedral of the Deep? I'm pretty sure that's, no, that's Cathedral of the Deep. That is the church, I want to say. That's where we're going to fight Curse Rod of Greatwood, that's right. There is a big archer man there. I got one of the giant archers. We're going to be going to this bridge here, I'm pretty sure it is, right? So you go up that, yeah. So we're going to be on this section of the bridge, and we're also going to that section of the bridge. So, with the eyeballing out of the way, let's raise the banner. Alright. Now, you might remember those guys as the demons that carried us off in Dark Souls 1, 2, and Orlando. I do want to use an Ember here super quick. So, at this point in time, you typically want to go and upgrade your weapon, which I'm going to do after picking up items here. I don't remember what it is. Alright, large soul of a deserted corpse. I'm gonna go sell items, level up and shit. You pretty much want to go back to Firelink after every single boss, unless you're doing like speedrun or anything like that. So, let's head back to Firelink Shrine. Now, this area here, I remember my first time playing this game, I quit because of this area that's coming up here. It's not even really a hard area, I was just terrible at the game.
Ah, well met.
Stop emoting. We are going to sell these. We're going to hold on to Vordt's boss soul. Now, most of the bosses in this game are going to drop their soul. You can either use these souls to get what's usually their weapon or a spell they cast, or rarely a ring. I'm going to be eating every single one of them except the soul of Vordt. Create a refined weapon. I don't know what a refined weapon does, if I'm being honest. I know I'm not going to need it, because we're going to put raw on the broadsword. So, let's can the mailbreaker, can the longsword, can the rapier, can the lucerne, get rid of the longbow, get rid of that. We're going to keep that, get rid of the deserter trousers, get rid of all the arrows. I don't need a ring of sacrifice. If you're a new player, hold on to the rings of sacrifice. I'm not going to, but I'd highly recommend it for anybody else playing the game.
Well, wasn't it?
Okay, we're going to infuse this puppy with raw. Now, a raw infusion takes away all of your scaling. However, when you level up the weapon, it's going to deal a hell of a lot more base damage. So as you can see, I don't even know if I'm gaining 171 to be 130. So we're gaining a little bit of attack off of this. So seeing as how I'm going to be using a different weapon later on, and we're not going to be leveling this one up long enough to where we're going to have a high strength level, we're just going to give this raw. And then we are going to go ahead and level it up twice and reinforce our Estus Flask.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
So we went from doing, I think it was 139 to now doing 184. So we get a pretty sizable damage increase, which is very, very nice. We're also going to level up.
Home, Ashes. Very well, then Tuthaken.
We are going to do 20 health, because then we're not going to have to upgrade health for quite some time.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the...
Thank you. Because I should look up the stats that I'm going to need for Vordt's Great Hammer. I think I need like 32 strength is what it is. I want to say roughly around there ish, question mark. I don't remember. I'm going to have to look that up after this episode. Alright, so now with our newly upgraded weapon, we are going to head into the settlement. So, this gate's going to open up and a bunch of dogs are going to pour out. We want to kill the dogs while they're focused on the hollows. We're going to sit back here so they don't get pissed at us. Once they do, we're going to go swing on all of them. Problem solved. Kill the hollows too, because they're not really going to fight back. You might have heard it. The gate went ahead and closed. We're not going to worry about that quite yet. Instead, we're going to run backwards on the bridge for an NPC and a few items. So we got two dogs here. Smack them. Get alluring skulls, which do the same thing as they did in Dark Souls 1.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles.
Here we have our first NPC that we're going to gain in Firelink Shrine.
Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londor, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
So we're going to accept his service. Like you said, he is mostly for sorcerers. However, he gives free levels. And there's 3 endings to Dark Souls 3. For one of the endings, you absolutely need to talk to him and do his questline.
Oh, I am
Stop
honored,
emoting.
truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londor, do solemnly swear myself to you.
Alright, now he's going to go to Firelink. We're going to go talk with him later. Then we will pick up Homeward Bones here. And you can kind of get a glimpse at an area we're going to be visiting later. And I guess 2 areas if you count that down there. And up there is where we came from. Which is kind of cool. I like that you can, kind of like Dark Souls 1, you can see a lot of areas of Dark Souls 3 from other areas, which is nice. Okay, we're just going to crank this bad boy open. Fist open. Now, these enemies here are interesting. They're an absolute pain in the ass, however they're stupid easy. So as you can see, they don't have a whole lot of health. I don't think there's an item here until New Game Plus, right? Yeah. They don't have a whole lot of health, and you can roll into them to, I guess, stagger them is the right word. I'll show you in a second here. However, they group up on you like crazy. Some of them can throw fire bombs, and there's a variant of them that is absolutely super mean. You're gonna see him there. The pitchfork guy. He's essentially... Also, look at that motherfucker has no health. They are essentially a, kind of like a glaive enemy, I guess. But when comboed with the other enemies, they will absolutely sauce your shit. So we're gonna come up here. There's gonna be a thrall here. Thralls are another very annoying enemy that can be hard to deal with if you aren't aware of how to deal with agile enemies in the game. Our charcoal pine bundle, then we're going to come here and smack this for a quest item that we're going to need. Speaking of, I need to go back and get Grey Rat. One here. So these guys kind of teach you to dodge into enemies rather than away from them, which is something that you're going to find to be very useful later in the game, because a lot of hitboxes are very long, so it's easier to dodge into them, and then the hitbox dissipates because the closest hitbox is coming out first, if that makes sense. So can I don't think I can drop on any of these guys, can I? Oh, maybe you. So you're going to be fighting 3 or 4 more thralls down here? 4? 3. So there's that one there, right? So as you can see, these guys are agile. They throw their attacks out pretty quick. They can dodge. They have very wide arcing and very rapid attacks. They're just kind of buttheads. Which makes them kind of hard to dodge. Take that, fucker. Alright, speaking of hard enemies, we're going to be coming out to one of the enemies that absolutely raw dogs me. That bitch there. They are called Evangelists, and they are vicious. So we're just going to take a few of these guys at a time. Don't forget you can roll into them as I roll away from them like a dumbass. To stagger, stun, whatever you want to call it. Take that bitch. Give me that. Now once I attack these guys here, they're going to start chasing me, so we want to try to get 2 of these. I missed him. Wrong way? Oh fuck. Now, you might remember Bleed from earlier in the series. It still does the same thing here of taking a shit ton of your health away. We want to try to bait the machete guy. Machete guy does not want to be baited. That's a grapple. So be very careful of that. Okay. The only reason I killed her so fast is because I used L2 weapons. Headset battery level is low. Well, that's not good. Roll into this guy, smack him. Backstab you, because I guess fuck you in particular. That's just shard, right? No, 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 stop doing that. Yeah. Alright, take that, you little bitch. Now, Undead Settlement is one of those areas that I'm not going to necessarily 100%. I'm going to go through and get a lot of items here, but I won't be getting all of them. Just because it's a very big area and I kind of want to keep the series moving. There are a few different ways you can actually go from here, none of them being inherently wrong. We are going to come here and kill these thralls super quick, because in the future they're going to make our lives difficult. Okay, it seems like they're going to make our lives difficult now. And one of them fell, which is exactly what we wanted him not to do. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. God damn it. Okay. Oh, I don't want to go back to the bonfire. Do I have anything for healing on me? No, I didn't take the divine blessing. I'm embered. God fucking damn it. Man, I'm just choking massive dicks right now. Well, we're just gonna homeward bone then. We'll head back to the shrine just to level and sell some shit too. Oh, god damn it. Alright. Come here, sell some stuff. Sell you, sell you, sell you. Sell the repair powder. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Alright.
Ashen one.
I think I've got enough for 2 levels.
Well, very that.
Maybe 1. Only 1. Okay, we'll pop it into strength because we're gonna need to start leveling that up to use our next weapon. Okay, now we're gonna come back here and we're gonna do this without dying. Well, without dying too, but without getting hit 70 times like a dummy. There's a bit of a tricky way to do that without taking fall damage. Still don't one-shot you guys. Could if I heavy attacked him. 2 on the bridge here, right? Yeah, so one of these will throw fire bombs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Come on, bitch. Okay, my heavy attack didn't go far enough. If I was playing this smart, I could just do a normal attack on them. So there's an area off to the right here which you can go and collect a few things. I don't have any need to really go there. So we're not gonna worry about it, we're just gonna skip that area. Now, here we're gonna have a few of these guys. Now we got an item here. And now there's going to be another thrall with a Chris blade. This guy deals a lot of damage. He has a lot more health, and he also deals bleed damage, which is not nice. So we're going to open this, which will take us to our next bonfire. Along with some more angry thralls. So when you pick up this item, instantly dodge backwards, because there's a dark guy up there. He won't always instantly aggro you. And now we're going to do something that's going to sound a little goofy. We're going to roll off of a bridge, or just jump. Am I being followed? I am. Okay, now we got our next bonfire in here. Come on, bitch. Come on. Alright, now we're gonna rest here. And then... how do I want to do this? I know how I want to do this. Okay. Come up here. I think Cornix is here, if I remember correctly. Now, if you do go across the bridge, that's okay, but these guys will throw fire bombs at you, which will hit those barrels there, which will hurt. I think it's Cornix in the hand axe, right? Yeah, so, if you're running Pyromancy, this is the guy that you want to get. We're not running Pyromancy, so we don't really care, but we'll still pick him up.
Are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
To which we say yes.
Most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
So that insinuates that he actually comes from the bottom of Blight Town from Dark Souls 1. There's going to be a weird cut here because my headset is about to die, so there's also going to be a mic change. I will be right back. We're back. Things are going to sound a little bit different now, especially with the mic. I don't think the audio should sound any different, like as far as game audio goes. Let me know if you guys like this mic or the other mic better. This will be mic 2, other one is mic 1. Just let me know which one you like better. Because mic 1 is a new one, but I've noticed it's a little echoey sometimes, and it makes it sound a little distant. That's right. So there's a flame clutch ring over there, which will make it so you take less fire damage if you want that. I don't want that. We're not going to end up needing it. Now, that's where we need to be. We're going the opposite way, if that makes any sense. Did the evangelist keep walking? Where is the evangelist? The evangelist fell. That is always a welcome surprise. Okay, I need the sewer key. Right? Is there a key for that? We're gonna find out. Why the fuck is the dog in here? Okay. No, we need a sewer key for a side area. Alright, these guys are gonna end up chasing us down, I think. Okay, we have rats here. Rats here, unlike Dark Souls 1, don't deal poison. That ranging was fucking supreme. And just like Dark Souls 1, they don't deal a whole lot of damage, they're just kind of little pricks. So we've got a fog here. We've got Castus, which is a fist weapon. We don't need it. It's kind of a cool weapon, I guess. This here is an area where you're going to find another NPC. We might go there, maybe. Okay, now we have a giant rat. The giant rat, oddly enough, is faster than the little ones. Although he doesn't really have that much health. And he drops a blood bite ring. If you equip that, you will take less bleed take less bleed damage, and also it reduces bleed buildup, which is nice. So we're gonna come here. Don't worry about going there, there's literally nothing there. And then here we're gonna have our next bonfire. Alright. Now, we are going to be invaded. After the invasion, we're going to go back to Firelink, depending on how many souls he drops. This is hands down the hardest invasion in the game. I'm going to start by saying that. If you're playing offline like I am, this guy is brutal. Heals himself, bleed damage, parries, long range, uses a great sword. He's an absolute menace. Yep. Yep. Is he gonna heal? I know he likes to. Oh, he twisted weird. You weren't supposed to do that. Okay, when he does that, he's healing. Or no, that's his damage increase. I forgot he does that too. He has a healing miracle, and then he can also use Estus and increase his damage, heal. He has a lot of different. He has a deep bag. His bag is deep. Here, we're gonna do this. That's the healing, which also heals us. So if you're running low, keep that in mind. It will help quite a bit. And he can't parry when he puts a shield away. Keep that in mind too. Ooh, we just swapped big thrusts. Also, he doesn't really poise break, as you might have noticed. Are you gonna cast again? It wouldn't surprise me. Okay. I was about to say I think we can just beefcake through the rest of him, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Especially now that he's healing like a dickhead. Stop. Stop. Oh my god. Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. There we go. Fuck you, Hodrick. Piece of shit. Like I said, he is hands down the hardest invasion in the game. He's, honestly, I struggle with him more than some of the bosses, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, now we're going to backtrack a little ways. Because there are some upgrade materials that we are absolutely going to want to nab. Try to avoid pissing that guy off. Because he hurts. Is the Titanite Lizard, did that despawn? It did. Okay, what's back here? Nothing, okay. I didn't see the wall there initially. I was like, I didn't think there was an area back there, but I guess maybe I was wrong. So, like I said, we're going to backtrack a little bit. Because there are upgrade items that we want. And since we're coming at this area from behind, I would argue it's going to be quite a bit easier. Shush. We are going to jump here. Wow. This is going so wrong. Man, this episode is just going so wrong for me. What the fuck is happening? Piss that guy off, piss the evangelist off, miss the jump. Damn. Okay, we're gonna try this jump again. There we go. For a rusted coin. Probably gonna end up pissing this guy off again. Hammerman is angry. I'm gonna come up this ladder here. We're gonna use a heal. Is Hammerman gonna follow us? Doesn't look like he is. Now, we have an evangelist here. Evangelists are poop. Ow! Damn. She should have hit me with both of those attacks, and did not. Okay, where's Hammerman at? If he's below me, I'll try to get a drop attack on him. There we go. Missed it. Take that, bitch. Okay. There's nothing up there. We're gonna come down here for a Titanite shard. There aren't any items here, I don't believe. No. Wow. You had a lot more range than I remember you having. Come on, bitch. These enemies in this area have stupid range, and their ability to gang up on you is nuts. Okay, we have another thrall here. This is a whip, right? Yep. So the whip is an interesting... Stop. Stop emoting. I don't know why it keeps happening. The whip is a cool weapon because it can reach around shields. However, it's not a very good weapon. It also applies a lot of bleed. This is just the empty one, right? Yeah. Now this guy here can be a little bit of a fucker if you don't know how to fight him. Since we're coming at him from behind, our lives are going to be made a lot easier with a backstab. Fuck you, Buster. Roll through all of this here for... I'm pretty sure it's another Titanite shard, right? No, it's a soul item. That's okay. Now... we will. What's my recording time sitting at? 9 minutes. Plus the other like 30 some odd. Now most of these guys here are alive. Just don't attack them. Now, thralls are going to jump down here. These were the ones that we were trying to fight earlier that absolutely sauced us. Just take care to not hit any of these caged guys, because they are buttheads. They hurt. I don't have the range to hit you from there. I'm going to have to do it like this. Okay, snag this item here, charcoal pine resin, and we're going to fall down. Well, no, we're going to wait to do that. We're going to open this door here. And this takes us back to the area with the evangelist and the bonfire, which is kind of cool, but we don't really need that. So we're going to drop down this hole here. We're going to drink this Estus soup, and we are going to join the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. And I'm going to stick with this covenant throughout the rest of the game, just because it pays homage to the bestest boy, Knight Solaire, who we love very, very much. That is his covenant. So now we're just going to run back through this area. Fuck off, cage zombie boy. And then we're probably just going to head back to the bonfire. Yeah, that's probably the smartest way to do this. So we're going to come to the bonfire, and then we're going to go back to Firelink Shrine. Travel Firelink Shrine, because we have another Estus shard we can use, along with some more stuff we can sell, and we can upgrade our weapon, which will be nice. Okay, do you have your new dialogue yet?
Ooh, yet to give in, eh? Good. The firekeeper must be twitching with delight. But what do you really know about these Lords of Cinder? These supposed legends? Let's take Aldrich, for one. A right and proper cleric. Only he developed a habit of devouring men. He ate so many that he bloated like a drowned pig, then softened into sludge. So they stuck him in the Cathedral of the Deep. And they made him a Lord of Cinder, not for virtue, but for might. Such as a lord, I suppose. But here I ask, do we have a sodding chance?
So this guy might remind you a lot of the Crestfallen Warrior from Dark Souls 1. If you've played Demon Souls, then also Demon Souls. He's just very mopey.
At the foot of Lothric Castle, an old path still runs below the tower in the undead settlement. It was used to transport sacrifices to the Cathedral of the Deep. You should see where it leads, if you've the stones for it.
Trust me, brother. I've got the stones. Don't doubt me. I killed a guy, or you... Okay. I believe it's after 5 invasions. He does something. The guy up there, the Bloodborne guy. I can't remember how many it is, but I think it's 5.
Aha.
Okay. I don't need the rusted coins. I don't need these soul items. Don't need the vertebra shackle. Don't need you or you or you. Don't sell the raw broadsword. That'd be bad. Sell all of this armor. We're not gonna need the Bloodbite ring.
Ashen one.
Some people probably use it in the catacombs of Karthus. I'm not gonna use it.
Good, wasn't he?
Okay, reinforce Estus.
Pretty be careful.
Yeah, I don't need to listen to you. So, now, our buddy Cornix is gonna be down here.
Ah, there you are, unkindled one. I wish to express my gratitude for trusting a lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancies to you. But first, you'll need a flame of your own.
So, if you didn't already start with a pyromancy flame, I'm gonna readjust, you might hear me here. He will give you
Careful
one.
you don't burn yourself with it.
So, from him, you can learn pretty basic pyromancies. Again, we're not going to be using pyromancies. You can also level up pyromancy flame at him. Again, we don't need it. He sells pyromancy set. Again, we don't need it.
Pyromancies, you must vow to become my pupil. I know, but such is the way of the world. Respect your elders and so on. And pyromancy, of course, is no exception. Oh, we'll need a pyromancy tome to learn more advanced pyromancies. Though unorthodox, that would be the most expedient way to make progress. If this were the Great Swamp, and you had the luxury of time, we could have trained you the hard way. To learn pyromancy, I know.
So again, we're not doing pyromancies, but if you're doing pyromancies, Cornix is a great guy to have. And now we also have Yol over here.
Oh, our champion of Ash, welcome home. This pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service.
So, he allows you to quote-unquote draw out your true strength. The more you turn hollow, the more you get to do this, and the more you turn hollow happens is, or the way you turn more hollow is you die. I think you can get 5 free levels from him, is what it is. We're not going to use him quite yet. We're going to go level up the Firekeeper first. But he sells pretty basic sorceries.
As I have said, I was once a sorcerer. Alas, the magic of Londor is a far cry from the wonders of Vinheim. But I can teach you what I know. Perhaps, more importantly, I believe that I can help tease out your true strength. We pilgrims of Londor are keenly aware that those branded by the dark sign possess something quite special.
All
Be safe, champion of Ash.
Okay. Now we're going to run and level up quick, and then we're going to come back down to him. The reason we're doing that is because if you level up at him first, it's going to cost more to level up at the Firekeeper. So we're just going to level up here.
Welcome, host. Very well then.
To which we are going to dump strength. By dump, I mean 2 levels.
Ashen One.
Well, technically 3, because Yol is a G. Don't roll off the sledge, at least not at any sort of angle, because you might hit Yol, and we like Yol, so don't do that.
Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
Okay, then he just gives us a free level.
Be safe, champion of Ash.
And we might actually be able to get 2 from him.
Oh,
Okay,
Be
we haven't
safe.
died enough. So I think it's... how many... I don't remember how many deaths it is to get that 5th level, but you do need to die a fair amount. So if you're trying to do... If you're a madman and trying to do Deathless Run, first, why are you watching this video? Second, you cannot really get his stuff. I think you can get his first level, but that's it. So, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Next episode, we're going to go get another NPC, along with starting his quest line a little bit, kill the next boss, and hopefully get into the next area a little bit. But, with that out of the way, thank you guys very, very much for watching, and yeah, peace.